Yo, I am Liam, and I apologize in advance for the camera's really bad quality and the shitty lighting, because I kind of have like a bare light bulb hanging right over there, and that is a bare light bulb. That's what that looks like. But anyways, so that gives me really bad lighting and shit, and I'm actually using an actual camera, not a video camera, so that would explain bad video quality. Pretty much that's what that is. Anyways, so I apologize for the lateness of this video to all the people I promised it to. This is the official rant about the ever-changing world of Sesame Street. So, basically, Sesame Street is changing. A bunch of people have apparently complained to the people who run Sesame Street, in other words, the Jesus, and the sacred monks of Elmo and Big Bird Land. Speaking of Big Bird, these people, I'm gonna assume parents and mothers from small hick towns, I'll explain to you later why, have decided that big is a derogatory term. Either that or Big Bird is too scary. Is anyone afraid of Big Bird? No, Big Bird's a fucking jolly character. Yeah, he's jolly. So, I have decided that these people are not people I want to be involved with. But anyways, they have decided that Big Bird should go. He should just leave Sesame Street forever. Can you imagine Sesame Street without Big Bird? That would suck. That would just be awful. And puppets without a big yellow bird puppet. That would be not right. Just not cool at all. That would make my day just that little bit worse every single day. And yeah. Okay, so another reason that I say these people are small town hicks and very overprotective parents are that they've decided that Ernie and Bert, who I just recently found out were gay, are actually literally gay, should break up. They should not live together anymore. I thought they were brothers. Like, what child knows that Ernie and Bert are gay? And really, like, what child learns that? Ever? At all? Ever? No one. None of them. Not a single one. No, zero. That's it. But anyways, so they have to live in different houses now. You know, I'm bi. If I had a boyfriend and I was living with him, I don't think a bunch of parents complaining would make me get evicted from my home and have to live in a separate home from my boyfriend. That would not be cool, and there would probably be a lawsuit ensuing and following this whole thing. So why don't Ernie and Bert sue? Oh, because they're puppets, so they don't get equal rights? No, now we're racist against puppets too. We're homophobic and puppetist. That's just not right. We're racist to yellow and orange people who wear striped shirts. I wear striped shirts, and I'm very happy with it. You should be too. Very bothersome. Anyways, so another change is Oscar the Grouch. He does not live in a garbage can anymore. That was what made him Oscar the Grouch. And he was happy in there. I mean, that was probably his happiest days. He probably only got annoyed because people would open his lid or, like, kick his trash can over. But I think in there he'd be very happy. It would be, like, insulated with all the cardboard and stuff. And there would be plenty of food for him in there. And it would be soft and squishy. A little sticky. but it would be a happy, wholesome environment. And I would be very happy with that if that was my home. That if I had no other alternative, that would not. But you know what his other alternative is? Now he lives in a recycling bin. Who's gonna move from a trash can, a cylinder thing that fits his form perfectly? It's very slimming. A cylinder? That's slimming. Living there, just popping out every once in a while. He looks skinny. He looks good. He looks like a good dude. Except for the garbage and, like, banana peels on his head. But, anyways, so, he's moving into a rectangle that's just plastic, with a bit of paper in there. There's paper thrown in there. Plastic and paper. That's your bed. That's your whole house. That's everything you have to live for. I would kill myself. I would shoot myself in the earlobe, or some crazy shit like that. I would just not be able to live anymore at all, ever, in any way possible. Like, in any way, shape, or form, I would just, in every way, shape, and form, I would just die. That would just be the end of my whole everything career. I would just be gone. Adios. Anyways, moving on from Oscar the Grouch's little recycling predicament. You know, I think he would get recycled by accident, and he would get turned into, like, a blanket. Although that would be pretty cool. Wearing Oscar the Grouch as a blanket would be amazing, and that would make my life. It would be complete. It would probably end because it was so complete. That is what would happen. So, moving on to Elmo, who is apparently, I think this is just a rumor that's going around, but apparently he's turning green because red, like, symbolizes bloodshed, or maybe they think he's in a gang. I don't know what these crazy hick parents are thinking, but whatever. Anyways, so he might be turning red, and that would royally piss me off. That would just take away my whole childhood, and just, like, shove it in a toilet, and not even flush. Just continue to use that toilet without flushing it, and that would be my childhood in there, just being pissed on by every passerby who decides they need a washroom break. That would suck to be my childhood. Moving on to, what else is there? There's the Cookie Monster, which isn't that big of a deal, but okay, so these puppetist, homophobic, fat, recycling parents have decided that they can decide what a monster eats. Now let me tell you something. The Cookie Monster is a cookie monster. He is a monster who eats cookies, and that is the extent of his life. That is the extent of his life. He eats cookies. Now, they want him to eat vegetables and no more cookies. He's going on a sugar-free diet, full of vegetables and cheese and milk and all that good, delicious stuff. Honestly, I like healthy stuff, but if I was a monster who lived to eat cookies, and these parents who are like homophobes and puppetists, so you already know they don't like you, and they want to recycle you if you were to move into a garbage can. Who recycles homeless people? Do they make homeless people live in recycling bins? No. I think that was the most annoying one, the Oscar the Grouch one. That royally pissed me off. Anyways, so they've decided that he should eat vegetables. They think they can tell a monster what to eat. No, that monster will eat you. If you try and tell him that he can't eat his cookies, he will tear you to shreds, and he will just get in there with that stuff, that cooking-loving stuff. He might even just, like, backhand you, and you just go flying and he'd go on his life eating his cookies, and that would be that. That would be the extent of his life, just eating cookies. I think that is an amazing life. I could do that. I could just eat cookies until I died. Just do nothing else, just sit in bed and eat cookies and possibly make videos if I felt like it. If I felt the need. But other than that, just eating cookies and being a jolly good fellow. And just being friggin' happy. God, that would be amazing. I would love that. That would make my day. Every day. Every second of the day, that would make my day. So that is the extent of my rambling.